Maybe the previous example was slightly off because because a pure devotee and his body is non-different, so he has a spiritual body. So that's a slightly different thing. So let's take a normal example. Imagine your mother is going to bless you, okay, and she has got a material body. Now spiritual master doesn't have a material body, so we can't take that example. It's a wrong example. So let's take the proper example that let's say that a mother wants to bless you, and so as an impersonal, he will see that the mother is blessing me. So the jiva is the soul, the body is coming from the soul. Body is a transformation of the energy of the soul. From the sperm, the body has become the entire soul because of presence of the soul. So ultimately the body is related soul. That means the blessing is coming from the supreme soul of my mother. Something like that's what some Mayavadi will think, or an impersonalist will think. But a devotee knows that this body and the soul, ultimately the body has come from the soul, that's fine, there's no doubt about it, but the body is also working under the direction of the soul, and so for all practical purposes it's the soul's desire only. It's actually soul who's blessing me, right? It's soul who's blessing me. So we won't think in terms of the ontological understanding of the source and the things like that. What we will think is that, okay, for all practical purposes, is my mother is blessing me. So although I know that my mother is different from the body and stuff like that, but still my mother is blessing me because ultimately the soul is controlling the body. So in that way, same way, a non-devotee, when he drinks water, he may think that Mayavadi thinks that, oh, Krishna is the taste of the water, the energy which is present through the Sandhini energy, that, this and through. But a devotee knows that Krishna is providing me water right now. So this whole devotee knows that the whole world which is there is a temporary manifestation of Krishna only. Like Krishna is the soul, Vishvatma, he is the soul of this world. And this world is his body, Virata Rupa. Although it's temporary, it keeps on destroying and keeps on creating again and again. It's not permanently there, but whatever form it takes, in some universe it may be different, and some universe it may be temporarily manifested in different ways. It's not a permanent way. It's not a permanent this thing, but whatever it's manifested right now, that is working under the direction of, it has come from Krishna, it is working under the direction of Krishna. So if the water is coming, Krishna is providing me water. That's all. Just like when somebody is blessing me, my mother is blessing me. So the jiva of my mother is only blessing me. I don't say that, the jiva atma is related to that and this and that. So impersonalists may think that this water, the taste of the water is Krishna, but for a devotee, he knows the mother is blessing me. So we'll always say that my mother is blessing me. Mother has done that. So because we know that the soul is right now activating the body, and the body is working in the direction of the soul also. So he knows that. So for a devotee, he says Vasudevam Sarvamti. Every single action of this universe, every single leaf that moves in the universe, Krishna, the devotee knows that it's Krishna who is moving that. So Krishna wants to do this. Krishna is doing that. He sees the hand of Krishna everywhere in his life. Every single place he sees Krishna is doing this to me. Krishna is doing that to me. Krishna is doing. So for every single, he can see Krishna every single place. At the same time, he can relate with Krishna in the spiritual world also. It's not that just he sees that all the material things in this world is Krishna, but then that's it. That's all. That's the be all and end all. That's the sum and substance of Krishna. No, that is not the sum and substance of Krishna. Krishna is beyond this material world also. So yatha mahanti bhutani bhuteshu chavacheshvanu pravisthanya pravisthani tatha teshu na teshvaham. So even though he's saying that in that sense, just like the living entity is entering the body, in the same way I am the Vishvatma, the soul of this whole universe. In that space, apravisthani, just like the soul is the body and not the body. The soul has entered the body and not entered the body also. The soul and the body are different. They're incompatible in one sense. They're not. They're totally different, and they're same, but they're different also. In the same way, there's Krishna and the Vishvatma is the Vishvatma. Krishna is the soul of the universe, and everything in the universe is working according to his directions, directly and indirectly. But at the same time, he's different from this universe. He's existing in spiritual world. He's existing in his Vaikuntha Dham, and he's there. He's doing leelas. He's doing so many things. So he's existing apart from his connection to the material world. He's also existing in his spiritual abode also. So a devotee sees Krishna in two ways. One, he sees Krishna in the material world. That every single actions of the material things that are happening to me is a hand of Krishna, and every single thing is Krishna is moving right now. Whatever is happening in this world is all Krishna. Everything is Krishna is moving. This cars, Krishna is moving. The non-devotees are doing all these plans. That is also Krishna's. So everywhere is Krishna's. This is also Krishna's. Everything is Krishna only. So, but then he also says that how along with that. Basically, he actually sees that. Although he sees everything in this material world in relation to Krishna, that everything, even the non-devotee, he sees in relation to Krishna, that Krishna is doing this, is empowering this non-devotee to work. Prahlad Maharaj said, Hiranyakashipu, whatever Shakti is empowering you to do all this hating Krishna, that is also coming from Krishna only. So everything he sees in terms of the spiritual energies and then which are transformed to material energy and which are awakening directly under Krishna's guidance. So for a devotee, everything is happening under the direction of Krishna. So, but he also sees Krishna in his Krishna Leela in Golok Vrindavan, and he's always trying to go there. So it's not just that he wants to see Krishna in the material world. So that's one of the things. And then finally Krishna says that etavadeva jignasyam tattva jignasunatmanah anvaya vyatirekhabhyam yat syat sarvatra sarvada. So here he is saying that ultimately whatever all answers to all questions ends at this point, at all places, all time. This is the end of all questions, that I am everything. So when you understand that Krishna, you are the same Supreme Brahman, the personality God, you immediately liberated. Your entrance into spiritual world is guaranteed. Prabhupada says this in that shloka of Bhagavad Gita. Janma karma chame divyam, in that verse he says that. So just by understanding this point, everything is finished. The material world is finished. When you are convinced of this point, that Krishna is the ultimate, both materially and spiritually, he is the ultimate source of everything. He is the cause of everything. Everything is a relation to Krishna. Everything that there is no meaning to the words which are without relation to Krishna, and everything Krishna is there in the universe also. He is separately, distinctly present outside the universe. So there are two ways to see Krishna. And then ultimately when you understand that this Krishna is a part of the universe, it doesn't mean that you worship this universe. That is because Krishna is not this universe also. It's just a part of Krishna. So you have to put water to the root, not because the root is present in the leaves doesn't mean that you put the water to the leaves. So Krishna says, even though I am there, here I am not there also. Try to understand that. So all these energies are part of me, but this is not my real place. My real place where I enjoy is spiritual world, and that's my real identity is that. I have a personal identity. It's not that I just want to do everything here only. So if you want to actually worship the root of the tree, don't worship the beauty of the girl or something like that. Worship the actual source of the beauty, that is Krishna. So always source has to be worshipped, not the ultimate thing, the source of everything. If you want to really worship something, that the source is because if you worship the parts without the relation with the source, or when you worship the parts only, and not the source, and if you think that the part is a part of the source, and therefore I will only worship the source part and not the source, that is a problem. So that is the third verse. And finally here Krishna says that everything in relation to me, this is the ultimate end of all knowledge. There is nothing more in all space, time and everything, under all circumstances. This is the ultimate thing. That's it. Jai Shri Prabhupada.